Lately, T.I. has been running his mouth a lot about all kinds of women. He talked about Lil' Kim and Nicki Minaj and Iggy Azalea. And so today, a clip has been circulating on social media with him on a podcast called Ladies Like Us, hosted by Nazanin Mandi, that's the wife of Miguel, and another woman named Nadia Mohan. Well, T.I. was a guest on their podcast, and he decided to divulge a lot of personal information about his daughter, Deyjah. And I'm sure she would have liked for him to shut his damn mouth expeditiously. Go ahead and listen to this audio of T.I. just telling too damn much.
So have you had the sex talk with your daughters?
Have I? We go.
Which, by the way, your daughters are so beautiful.
Yeah, so beautiful.
So,
Thank you so much.
I'm sure you have your hands full.
And like the other one's 18, so she definitely knows about sex.
See,
But
this
I'm
is
just
the
waiting.
thing.
It's Deyjah, right? She's 18,
Yes,
right?
Deyjah's 18, just graduated high school now, and she's attending her first year of college, figuring it out for herself. And yes, not only have we had the conversation, we have yearly trips to the gynecologist to check her height.
Oh,
Hey, I'm done with you right now.
So,
Do you go
birthday
with
party.
She's a
Yes,
prisoner.
I go with her.
Somebody check on
I
Deyjah.
go with her.
She's a
And
prisoner.
so let me tell you, right? So this is one time we go. I think this might have been after her 16th birthday. And this is what we do. Like, right after the birthday, we celebrate. And,
We go and check her hymen after.
And then,
What the fuck?
usually like the day after the party, she's enjoying her gifts. I put a sticky note on the door. Gyno. Tomorrow, 9:30.
Oh, this is great.
And so look, right? So we'll go, you know what I mean? We'll go and we'll sit down, and then the doctor will come and talk. And, the doctor's maintaining a high level of professionalism. He's like, well, sir, I have to, in order for me to share information. I say, Deyjah, they want you to sign this. They want you to
Sign this right now.
They want you to sign
I need to
this.
know if your hymen's still there.
So we can share information. Is there anything that you would not want me to know? Oh, okay. See, Doc, ain't no problem.
You are the worst.
And so then, right? Then they come and say, okay, well, I just want you to know that there are other ways besides sex that the hymen can be broken.
Right.
Like bike riding,
Really?
athletics, horseback riding.
That's aggressive.
That
is aggressive
and,
writing.
Just other forms of athletic physical activity.
is she an athlete?
No.
Oh,
There you
So
go.
I say-
You're like, sorry,
I say,
doctor,
look,
that's
I say,
not a
look, Doc.
possibility.
I say, look, Doc,
She's not.
she don't ride no horses, she don't ride no bikes, she don't play no sports, man. Just check the hymen, please.
So you guys just heard that audio clip, that embarrassing audio clip of T.I. discussing his daughter's annual gynecology exam to make sure that her virginity is still intact. And how embarrassing and creepy and weird that must be for any young lady. Deyjah is 18 years old, okay? And I can only imagine what she must have felt in that moment when she heard her father discussing her hymen on the internet. And then, of course, it went viral. Now, there's a lot of people that are going back and forth as to whether this is, good parenting. He's just being a protective father. This is what a father's supposed to do. He wants to keep his daughter pure. Or if this is a little too possessive. He is possessing his daughter like she's property. And it's been a lot of back and forth. And a lot of people, of course, have also been wondering, well, where does Deyjah stand on this? Usually she doesn't post anything but like pictures of herself. And, she's a very beautiful girl, but she just posts a lot of pictures of herself. But somebody caught some of these tweets that she happened to like on Twitter discussing this very thing. These are tweets that she liked. So she liked this tweet that says, "This is disgusting, possessive, and controlling." She liked another tweet that says, "Give me my results." First of all, MF, those are her results. Like, what the F? And then she liked another tweet that is just beyond possessive. So clearly she does hold some feelings on this. Not just, of course, the interview, but the fact that her father is a bit too involved in her sexual health. And I do find it creepy. Can you imagine your father doing that to you? And also, she does have a mother, okay? She has her mother, Nico, and she has a stepmother in Tiny. There are more than enough women, and her older sister, Zanique. So there are more than enough women in her life to help support her when it comes to these kind of things, if she needs to go to the doctor and get checked out or that kind of stuff. I just think that T.I. doing that, this shows me the kind of person he is. And I've always saw T.I. as a very controlling and misogynistic guy. You might recall ages ago when Tiny did that reality show with Toya, how possessive he was and controlling of Tiny. He didn't want Tiny to work. He didn't want her to do that show. He didn't want her to work. He just basically wanted Tiny at home. All right. He didn't want her to do any of that. And also, I remember an article that came out, I think it was like when the 2016 election, where T.I. said that he didn't feel like a woman should be president. He didn't feel comfortable with a woman running the country. So he has some very misogynistic views out there, very controlling of women. And he just thinks women should be over here. Okay, so it doesn't exactly surprise me, but it is a bit over the top. I've really never heard of a man wanting to be a part of his young daughter's gynecological exam to see if she is still a virgin. I mean, that is just creepy to me. And I can't imagine that he would do that to his boys. I just don't believe that he would have that same kind of control issue when it comes to his sons. Okay. I remember, I believe it was an episode where it came out that King was sexually active or something along the lines of that. And I did not see T.I. flip out and want to go check to see that. I didn't see any of that from him. All right. I'm sure, matter of fact, I'm sure there was probably some high fives in there somewhere, even if it was off camera. The same with his older boys, Messiah and Damani. I am certain that if those boys are sexually active, T.I. did not go all to pieces and just stone them when he found out that they were sexually active. And King is younger than Damani and Messiah. So just imagine, and this girl is 18 years old. And the fact that, and even when she was 16, but what I'm saying is she is now 18 years old. And for him to sit there and say, well, I was standing there when I said, the doctor basically said you have to have her permission in order to share this kind of information. He's like, here, sign it. So did she really have a choice? If he's just kind of like almost bullying her and forcing her, what is she going to say? No, Dad? You know what I'm saying? That the intimidation, the level of intimidation, I'm sure that was there with him just basically standing over here like, here, sign this so I'll know about your business. I just think that's just creepy to me. And it's just a level of misogyny that I just always knew T.I. had, but I would have never thought he would have taken it to this level to at least not disclose it for the whole world to know. Honestly, I don't like that. That seems creepy to me. Now, as parents, our job is to protect and provide for our children, but we also build up our children to make responsible decisions, right? So that means if he has raised these children to be responsible adults, responsible individuals, he has to know that whatever decision that she makes is going to be what's best for her. I know he doesn't want her to go out here and do whatever, but he also has to provide a strong example of what a man should be. And that means to show her healthy relationships, not be controlling, not be out here cheating around on her stepmother and stuff like that. Like, T.I., you have to do your part too. And you cannot sit here and be hypocritical and police her body, but high five your sons. I know that happens all the time. He is not the only one that does it, but I wish that would stop because it really is honestly ridiculous. It's amazing to me how women are often policed. Their bodies are policed constantly, right? They are policed as far as, you know, can they have a baby? Should they have a baby? Can they not have a baby? If they should take birth control, if they not should take birth, you know, it's just sickening to me. And T.I., just hearing him talk, he sounds like one of those fathers over there in like the Middle East that police their children's bodies, their daughters' bodies, and their wives' bodies, what they're allowed to wear, what they can't wear. That's what he sounds like to me. He really does. Like I said, a lot of people agree with him. They absolutely agree with what T.I. is saying. And they think that this is an example of good parenting. This is what he is supposed to do. But he is also showing her that he's showing her a controlling man, in my opinion. And so if she ends up with another controlling man in her life, he has himself to blame for that because he himself is controlling in that way, controlling her body, policing what she can do with her body. And it's funny to me how men do that. A woman can have one baby per year, unless she's having twins or something like that. A man can go out and make multiple babies in 1 year, and yet women are policed and men aren't. That's absolutely ridiculous to me. It really is. But again, I just wish that T.I. would shut his trap when it comes to women, and especially his daughter, who I'm sure is just mortified by what has been put out there today. What do you guys think? Do you think this is good parenting, or do you think T.I. is too possessive and it's creepy and weird? Sound off in the comments, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video.